Hi everybody, it's Emily. Today I have a speed build for one of my villagers' houses. I'm really excited to do this because I'm going to kind of link it in with Bianca's house, who I've already decorated, and I'm going to have them kind of work together in a little sitting area, and I just think it's going to turn out really cute. Please don't forget to leave me a like and a comment on this video, and please make sure that you are subscribed so that you won't miss what I post next. Let's get on with this build. Okay, so I want to put this kind of up in this little area so that she is right against the cliffs, and you can see Bianca's house is right down there, and so they're going to be really close by to each other and kind of create the startings of maybe a village. I might even add some of my other villager houses in here, and I did have to make some edits to the cliff, but I finally found a space for Diva, and it is Diva's house that I'm working on. However, I'm not going to put anything too specific to her in this build, just because she's not one of the people that I want to have on my island forever. So pretty much as soon as she asks to leave, I will definitely be doing a villager hunt, which I will share on the channel, and I will be replacing her with someone who I really want to have on my island. I really want to get, I think it's Bangle that I really like, and maybe an alligator. There's a couple of villagers that I've been looking for. So even though we're using her house at the moment, it will eventually be for someone else. So I'm just bringing my paths all the way up so that the two houses can easily, you can walk from one to the other. And then right up next to her door, I'm going to use a street lamp. I really like how the street lamps turn on at night time. And so of course make sure that you do stick around until the end, because I'll do a walkthrough where you can see how it looks with her house fully put into that spot, and of course the lights that I use will turn on for night time. Right in behind her house I'm going to be using a clothesline. I just think this was a really nice detail to kind of place it back in there so that it only kind of peeps around the corner of her house, and it just ended up looking really sweet. I want this to be a really nice overgrown area because it's right by my rock garden, which is also very overgrown, so I'm making sure to use lots of different tiles on the ground, and I'm going to be adding loads of plants and weeds and flowers. Something which I did want to use was the mush parasol, and one of my favourite things to do when I'm decorating with a mush parasol is to create a circle of my 9-tile path, and then it fits in perfectly. And you can see, I just think that looks so cute. Right here I wanted to place a bench so that the two villagers could sit together, or so that it would just be a nice detail, but I actually didn't have one in my inventory, so I just had to remember that I wanted to put that there, and then I will come back and add in the bench a bit later. And I'm just going to start chucking some flowers around. I mainly went with yellows and whites for this build, but there's also some red tones in there. And the bushes I'm using are the camellia bushes, although at the moment they are out of season, and I do kind of need to decide whether when they come back into season I would like to replace them all with the new bushes that are in season, or whether I will just leave them as the camellias. I think I'm probably going to have to do a really big project of switching out every single one of my camellia bushes with, I think it's the hibiscuses that come into season next, but I'm not sure. Just because I do want to have the colour of the bushes, I don't want them to always be green. And I knew that I wanted to have a tree go in here, and I'm using this cedar tree which is not fully grown yet, and I'm going to place it with a fruit tree right in behind to stunt the growth of it. And I like that in front of my houses because it means that it won't be completely covered, but you still have that pop of nature without completely blocking off the house. And right in here I'm using another small tree, and it looks so beautiful, especially because it's a cherry blossom tree, and Bianca has some pink on her house, so I just think that looks so cute. I think it will definitely be a bit sad once cherry blossom season goes away and I don't have this lovely pink colour on my island anymore. But it's okay, I don't mind the greens either. I'm just making sure to fill in all the little details, like around in these gaps. I wanted to make sure that they were nicely filled in so that there was a lot going on in the builds and it would be a bit more interesting. And I want to make sure that I leave a space to put in some pathing that goes around so that I can carry on my pathing up into maybe the next house that I do in the future, or just over. I have my floating islands, which I think I made in 2 videos ago, so you can definitely find those on my channel. I made some little islands, and so this stone pathing that I'm placing will lead up towards that. I just wanted to put this down so that I wouldn't accidentally decorate in that area and then end up with an inaccessible part of my island. So I think this was a good way to do that. And I'm just going to dig some holes to remind myself where I would like to plant weeds, because I actually didn't have any on me. And so I'm just going to use the holes to remind myself where I was looking for them to go. And on that spot right there, I really wanted to place a butterfly model because I think that will look so cute. And I want to make sure that I'm still adding a couple of bits of stuff around Bianca's house, and I'm going to go and quickly grab the extra furniture I need. So I got the garden bench that I was wanting. I went with, I think it's the log bench, and it's decorated in the birch colours and it's just so pretty. Something that I did end up noticing was that I didn't have the butterfly model that I was wanting to use, and so I'll need to trade for some more butterfly models at some point so that I can use that. But for now I'll end up showing you what I put there instead, but in the future I definitely will be switching that out for a butterfly. And there's also some more bushes that I want to grab, as well as a couple of flowers. I'm sticking mostly with that yellow and white theme, but you'll also see that I decided to add some more oranges. I do like how my current island is going because I use so many colours on it, so it's always really fun and inviting to look at. And I'm also going to add in some more weeds, and I think the weeds in this season look really pretty. The actual shape of them I really enjoy. And I had a moment where I thought I needed to go back into my house, but I didn't. I had already taken the stuff, so just had a bit of a forgetful moment right there. And first things first, let me add back in these weeds to where I wanted them to go. And weeds just add such a nice vibrancy whilst still allowing the area to be completely accessible, because I can run right over them without any worries. And here goes my bench. So sweet. I really like how that looks because it's right at the same height as the flowers. And I wanted to block off one of the seats just because I kind of like to do that to make it look a bit mismatched. So I placed a flower down there, and then I actually used the Bunny Day topiary here where I was going to use the bug model. And I honestly think it looks really cute. I definitely know Bunny Day isn't everybody's cup of tea, but I think some of the furniture pieces that we got for it are so sweet. And there's this quite big area down in that gap between the two paths, but I actually didn't want to decorate there because I think that would be a good place for a build. And so that was all I ended up decorating. So let me show you it at night time with Diva fully moved in. There's a sitting area, her little clothes drying spot. My mush parasol is looking so lovely. I do really like this tree area. And if you have any ideas for what you'd like me to put in that big awkward place, please make sure to leave them down below. If I don't get any suggestions, I'm thinking I might do something like a cafe or an ice cream stand, just something cute like that. And with that said, that is the end of this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure to leave me a like and a comment, it's always so helpful when you do. And make sure that you are subscribed so that you won't miss my next video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!